and we're going to talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis moving forward. I want to talk about Giannis.
Now, before we get into the content, I want you guys to go ahead and hit the like button. We're trying to get to 500 likes for every single video we upload. So please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button because it's going to help the YouTube algorithm boost these videos and get a lot of people to see them. So really appreciate that. Now, back to the content.
Now, Giannis, he's been a regular season MVP in 2019, been a 4-time All-Star, been on 1 All-NBA first team, 2 second teams, been on 2 second defensive teams, and in 2017, he was the most improved player of the year. Giannis has come a long way. Currently, he's playing in his 6th season. This season is averaging 29.6 points a game, 13.7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And oh, by the way, if you're listening to this on the Dreamerspro Podcast, make sure you check out the YouTube channel, Dreamerspro, our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you check out the Dreamerspro Podcast. So on Spotify and iTunes, again, the link is in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. Anyway, thus far this season, Giannis Antetokounmpo has played 57 games, playing 31 minutes a game, shooting 55% from the field, attempting 20 field goals a game, making 10.9, shooting 30% from the three-point line, 63% from the free throw line, getting you 1 steal and 1 block a game to go along with all the other numbers that I mentioned to you before. Now, his team is currently the number 1 team in the entire league. They have the best record at 53-12. Now, if we go a little bit further into the numbers for the Milwaukee Bucks, they're the number 1 team in the league as far as points per game. They're the number 1 team in the league when it comes to rebounds per game. They're the number 3 team in the league when it comes to blocks per game. And they're the number 3 team in field goal percentage in the league, shooting 47.7% from the field. If we go to three-pointers made, they're right up there in top 4. So this team is leading in all of the major statistical categories that you need to lead. And if you're looking to be an NBA championship caliber team, the Milwaukee Bucks are in that realm. But the question is, what's going to happen if Giannis loses? And by losing, I mean if at least he doesn't make it to the NBA Finals. Because if he makes it to the NBA Finals, at least we can say, hey, listen, this guy took a step forward. Because last season he made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now he's in the NBA Finals. So at least we can see a progression. And he's probably going to win the regular season MVP award, which is just a compounding type of success. Not that he's achieving something new. He's already done that. He's just sustaining a level of excellence. And I think it's a really good question. What will happen with Giannis if he does lose? And by losing, let's define what losing is. I think losing is if he doesn't at least get to the NBA Finals. I think if Giannis doesn't get to the NBA Finals, then there's going to be some questions that need to be asked. And the question is, the first question one would think is, what do we need to do to be able to get this team over the hump? What do we need to add? What do we need to tweak? Is it coaching? Is it staff? Does Giannis need to develop his game a bit further? Does he need to become a better perimeter player? Whatever it is, that's the first thing. And I think the first thing they're going to do is look at what can we do to improve? Because clearly for 2 seasons, this has not worked. The next question that can be asked is, and I think Giannis can ask this on a personal level, is, do I need to go play somewhere else? Do I have enough here in Milwaukee to be able to be successful to at least make it to the NBA Finals? This is assuming that they don't get to the finals. And I think it's a very good question to ask, to be quite honest with you guys. And I think it's a question that Giannis will ask, maybe privately or within his inner circle, if the Milwaukee Bucks don't make it to the NBA Finals, because they would have had the best record in the regular season 2 years in a row and then not make it to the finals. Something is wrong. Last season was Kawhi. This season, what will be the excuse? So those are the two questions that Giannis may ask. Now, some people are saying that if he doesn't break through and at least get to the NBA Finals this season, that Giannis is going to walk. I don't know if that's true or not. Giannis seems to be a homer. He seems to be somebody that's content where he is. Not content where he is in his career, but content where he is currently because of his upbringing and the things that he's gone through. And he's currently, I think his brother is also on the Milwaukee Bucks. I believe so. His brother. His younger brother. So maybe Giannis is looking at this thing from a completely different level because of his upbringing. Maybe he's like, listen, I'm in a better position than I was before in my life. I'm in an organization that wants me. I'm in a place where I can grow. And maybe he may think, hey, listen, I'm going to ride this thing out all the way to the end and see if maybe I can end up closing out my career here with this one team. We don't know. No one knows. I'm not in the mind of Giannis. But the question still remains, what happens if Giannis loses? And I think all of the questions that I've put on the table, that I've trot out for you guys, I think these are all legitimate questions to ask. But the important question is, if Giannis does lose, what do you as the viewer, as the audience, what do you think Giannis should start thinking about? What do you think should happen? I want to know what you guys think about that. Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I think it's going to be a reoccurring theme moving forward in the NBA this season, because Giannis is in a perfect situation to at least make it to the NBA Finals, because his team has the number one record in the NBA. And I think they're probably going to have the number one record in the NBA for 2 years in a row. He's probably going to win the regular season MVP award. So this guy has found a way to position himself in a really strategic way to succeed. Now, if I'm going to go off of what I think about Giannis, I think he's going to look inward and say, okay, what can I do better? What do I need to improve upon? I think him leaving will sort of be a very last resort. I don't think he's just going to say, you know what, I tried it, I'm out. Some people have said, oh, maybe Giannis can potentially go play with the Golden State Warriors. Oh my God, I don't know how that's going to work, but whatever. And I'm not sure, but I think Giannis is in a pretty good situation. I think if they lose, maybe they can get a legitimate second all-star to come and play with him. Maybe trade away Chris Middleton, who's an all-star. He's a probably top 25, top 20 NBA player, but maybe go out there and get him a top 15 player, I don't know, to come and play with him, maybe to pacify him, to make sure that he stays. So there are going to be a lot of questions surrounding Giannis this offseason. A lot of questions, especially him, because there are a lot of expectations for the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'm sure he feels the same way about that, and I'm sure he has a bitter taste for the way the playoffs ended last season, because I'm sure in his mind he believed that the Milwaukee Bucks were destined to make the NBA Finals. But I guess we just have to wait and see what happens with that, because as of now, I don't know.